Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, Fear and Greed Index sits at 29. It's sort of hovering around here, isn't it? 25 last week, extreme fear. You know when you look back, okay, and it was doing all this in the summer, and I kept telling people, look, this is not a bear market. People are calling for a bear market here, and I said it was bear market hopium, and I'm telling you exactly the same here. Bear market hopium. There's no bear market here. There's no confirmation of a bear market. We're not getting any of that yet. Okay, precursor, yeah, because you're rolling, anyone can scream bear market, anyone can scream bull market when it's going up. But what we do on this channel, we trade the ranges, don't we? Okay, so right now, like I said to you, optimal entry points, optimal sell points when you're in greed, when you're in, maximum greed and maximum FOMO, big green candles. You sell big green candles, you buy big red dildos, basically. You buy big green candles, you get big red dildos. It really is as simple as that. I've taught you that much in the space. So, optimal entry points when we're hovering down here in a level of accumulation, you can see it's mirroring this. You came down this capitulation, came up relief high, yay, taking off to space, going to the moon, and then you came back down, double bottom, beautiful breakout. Here, coming up, relief high, yay, you're going to the moon, and I gave you that resistance target as well. Came back down, and potentially right now you could be on the cusp of mirroring this particular level of reaccumulation, okay, where you're putting some kind of double bottom, some fear into the market, and people think, oh shit, it is going to zero, or the possibility of losing that low, and right there you start to pick up and break out, and everyone's sat there in disbelief, sitting on the hands because they didn't buy the optimal entry points. But again, nothing to say is financial advice. Everything is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And one other thing I want to show you as well is the CBBI index indicator. Okay, currently sitting at 50. I'm looking for this to get above 90 plus, to even think about taking some profit off the table. Could be completely wrong, obviously, but you can see the historical data here is lining up, and this is sort of confluence to my lengthening theory that I've got. And I've shown you a video yesterday using trend-based fib time to show you how that is a possibility, using a trend-based fib time, that this cycle is not even over yet, okay, far from over. And you can see this sort of CBI indicator is matching that. We've got the fear and greed index sitting in the floor as well. When you look back at this chart, look how dark green, always optimal entry points, and even when you start to come up and come back, okay, you get a little bit overheated, you come back in the yellow spots, optimal entry points. It's when you get really overheated here and it starts to turn dark red, and you're at 90 plus on the CBBI. That is an indicator. Okay, take some money off the table. Okay, take some profit off the table, and you can see it, like I've shown you so many times. Okay, small cycle, bigger cycle, even bigger cycle. So it's a massive tick to a lengthening cycle. There's for me to tell you right now that we're rolling into a bear market and going to 20k or 10k is pure hopium. Okay, so I'm just adhering to what's in front of me, structure and data. That's all I'm relaying. Okay, no bullshit, and I'm backing it up with data as well in each and every video. So for me, this is why I don't think the Bitcoin bull run is over, or the crypto bull run. I know there's a lot of fear in the market, but you can back that up in December with the tax season in America, people selling and taking profits to buy back in the new year, basically. So no one's got a crystal ball, but as long as you're holding support, you're good for continuation. So let's take a look at the charts. Okay, so Bitcoin, then we've got another lovely little close above this previous level of resistance, now back to some internal support. It's amazing. Does it mean that we can't come down with a flash crash, grab some liquidity, come back up and close above? Of course it doesn't. We can do that, and that would be absolutely amazing if it did, because it would offer an amazing entry point, as it did down here. Okay, look, we're consistently closing above this key level of support, which is 55 EMA, and this swing low most importantly. Okay, because like I said to you, if you close there and you start to come down hitting your head, that's your bear market confirmation. There's no bear market here, a level accumulation, and like I've said to you the whole time here, this is doing exactly what I said it would do. It didn't want to see some relief rally straight away, because that's a dead cat bounce. Okay, so this here is lovely. This is what you want to see, this level of accumulation, because for me, like I've shown you so many times, this here, this scenario here, this swing high, swing low, new all-time high, come back down, accumulate on between the swing high and the swing low, and to a level of accumulation, is exactly what Bitcoin did here. Okay, swing high, swing low, new high, came down, accumulation between the swing high, swing low, and then you broke out to the upside. So for me, this level of distribution and accumulation is exactly the same as this one that we're going through right now. It is until it isn't. Okay, so what I'm looking at is a level of support, level of resistance, start to break that resistance, hold a support, boom, go signal, come down there, lose support, hit your head, go signal to the downside, basically. So it really is that simple. So at the minute, for me to say you're in a bear market, I'd be lying to you. Okay, that's bear market opium, because you're holding structural support for the continuation of a trend, and you're mirroring something that Bitcoin did last year. you're mirroring it just here as well, you know. So I do think that if you do start to come down and lose that, then obviously, yeah, you can see you're rolling and you're going to come down to these lows at least. Now they need to hold, because if I don't, then you're going to hit your head and come down to that ultimate buy and go to the beach signal that I've shown you on the 5-day time frame there for Bitcoin. So, you know, for me to say that's going to conclusively happen is hopium at this point whilst you're holding structural support. So, you know, what is Bitcoin doing right now? Well, at the moment you do look like you're rolling down, so potentially we might see a bit of a liquidity grab this week. If it happens, so be it. But as long as we don't start closing and hitting our head under structural support, then we're not bearish here for Bitcoin. We've entered level accumulation. Okay, so on the weekly, fantastic, closing above a key level resistance, which is amazing. Now back to turning support. So on the daily here, you have got a bump and run pattern. You've got a leading phase as you bump, you've broken out, falling back to support. So you've got some kind of event that's going on here. This is really critical for Bitcoin. If you start to close and come under this, then potentially this way you come down, grab some liquidity, start to come back up, close the week above, and then boom. You know, you're looking for your breakout target right there for Bitcoin. So like I said to you, it's chip chop sideways. You're caught between a range at the minute. It's boring, it's flat. You've got your swing high here, you've got your swing low. You've lost this swing high. You're rallying into it as resistance. And right now, potentially, if you was to lose support, you come down, grab a wick, come back up, breakout, hold support, see you later. That's what I'm looking at until I'm not, okay? That's basically a quick little update for you on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.